Alright guys, so part 2 of this video, we're going to now try to assemble this stuff. I say try. Haha! You know what I forgot was a knife. A pair of scissors, I have some. Got my scissors because I'm going to have to open up memory stick. This is my current case. This is my current system that I do most of my gaming on. And it's got 37 Ti, but it's running old stuff. It's got an old motherboard and an old 4th gen i7, but it does have these two new parts. So I'm going to keep these parts here. The Seasonic is a very nice 1200 watt modular power supply, and the EVGA GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. I bought these embarrassingly for a ton of money. I think this cost me like, I don't know, $1,000, and that's because I bought it when they were super expensive. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so not the cleanest case, so apologize. I know some of you guys are super nerds about how clean your cases are. I don't really care that much. So we're going to start taking out all these parts, I guess. Do some disassembling here. How am I going to get my operating system off of that 960 Pro onto my new drive? I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to try to run both. I think this one has multiple M2 slots. So I'm going to take that M2, put it as the primary, take this one, or this one here, this 990, and we're going to use it as the secondary. No bare components here, so I'm going to go ahead and just set this guy. Got to show you guys this thing. Not many people have probably seen these. This is a Intel solid state hard drive, the 750 series. These things back in the day, it's 400 gig. This thing was fast. When I say back in the day, I'm talking like 6, maybe more years ago. This was a sweet, sweet thing. Very expensive in comparison to other SSDs, but nonetheless, it's done me really well. I don't think I'm going to put it in the new one. I don't know, maybe I will. It is an extra 400 gigs, why not, right? And it's not like it's got a problem. I think I've got Ark Survival on here. I think that's the only game I've got on there, because Ark Survival is so ridiculously large. I'm going to yank it. You guys ready? Oh, I broke it. Oh my gosh. Is that free? Wow. It's been a good motherboard for me, guys. Good motherboard. You know it's old, but here, I might as well show it to you. This is what I'm replacing. I got Corsair RAM, Vengeance RAM. Oh man, this thing was sick. Sort of. Let's go over here. I'm going to lift this up. This is going to be my storage station. Yes, I'm putting it right on the cardboard. I don't think there's much static. I'm not going to worry about it. Here's my new motherboard. Ooh, look at this. So pretty. Okay, first things first. Man, I really hate holding on to these things. I'm going to pull protective stickers off. I don't want those to be stuck in there. It's got like something. Ooh, that's cool. Very nice. It's always fun pulling those out. All these back studs here I need to put in. I don't actually have them threaded. So, with that said, let me see if this came with what I need. I don't believe it did. So I'm going to have to set that guy there. I'm going to have to pause it and go get some screws. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. And one thing I wanted to mention, so I got these screws, the top screw that screws in, but then also the stud's really what I was looking for. Well, I need both, honestly, because the motherboard didn't come with anything, right? Cases come with these. So I found these. This is why you keep everything all the time. So I have a little box of all the extra screws that I've had throughout the years. And unfortunately for me, many years, because I'm old, but I've saved lots of these things. How long ago did I buy this case? I think I said like 6-7 years is how long it's been. So I've had these around in a box somewhere for that long, and thank goodness, because if I didn't have them, I'd have to literally go Ace Hardware somewhere. I don't know who would have these. Some electronics store. So I wonder what I should do with these. Just leave them? I'm going to leave them. So let's grab the new motherboard. Take this guy. Oh, I have to pull this out first. So this one comes with like this traditional ATX case, like pop out. The old motherboard. The new one, it's like they don't even care about that anymore. It's just built right in. Makes sense to me. I kind of thought it was stupid to have those. Why is it fighting me? There it is. There's your stud. Just popped in right there. Okay, I was able to thread that, and we're going to leave it a little bit loose. And then maybe I can, I don't know if that's a good idea, but we just did it. See what happens. See if I can get one of these in the back. This is when you kind of want a magnetic tip, but you don't want a magnetic tip. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Come on, walk it into the hole, dude. So I'm going to torque them down. Tight-ish. 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 It's all of them, right? 8 screws. Okay, we have a motherboard. Good start. Power looks like it just goes right where it came from. It's kind of nice. Man. Like, why is that so rigid? It works. Good enough for me. Okay. All these parts, this is nice that everything's kind of in the same spot. Taking off these, I guess these are like heatsink covers or something. I don't know. Look at that. So let's go to the old motherboard. This 960 Pro out of here. So what I want to know is, it doesn't matter which ones you plug into, or are they all basically the same? Like, is one like slot 1 and slot 2, etc. Actually, I don't think these are screws. I think this is just a twist handle. What am I thinking? So like this guy you push down, wish you could see this. And there's this little like, yeah, that's nice. Don't even need a screw. So many that's what she said moments. One hard drive in, and we got another guy. So this is what I just took off. Put the hard drive under there. And I got the other hard drive going to go under there. So this thing has 3 M2 slots. Okay, once I get this off, I'll show it to you. So I just took this thing off, and now you can see so you can see these two guys are the M2s. One goes that way, one goes this way. Again, I don't know which is which. Like, I don't know. I don't think any of these have address. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's probably just whatever. So go ahead and take the 2 terabyte guy out. And I'm going to put him over here on this side, I think. And then here, let me see if I can show this. Okay, here's the hard drive. So see, it's got the little holder. You just literally turn this little dude, and he locks it in. No screws necessary. Oh, was I supposed to peel this? Remove. Oh, right. I guess I need to go on the other one and remove. So this must be like a heatsink type. There it is. I'm going to leave the other one because there's no hard drive in there yet. So why bother removing it? So if you pull out a hard drive, then it makes me wonder if that stuff is toast. Like, do you need to buy another strip of whatever the heck that crap is? So here, we're going to take this one off again. I'll show it to you. Also, let me angle the computer here. Okay, so take that off. You can see my 960 Pro right there. So that must just like really mush that down on there. Keeps it nice and cool. I didn't have that on the last one. The last motherboard, the thing was just wide open right there, so I didn't really have that. Alright. Got our solid state, old school Intel, basically server series, I think is what people would use these for, maybe. I don't know. Workstations, high-end stuff. I mean, I got these 2 SATA connectors over here. I might as well just plug them back in. What do you think? Too many hard drives becomes a problem. CPU. Oh, shoot. This one actually takes double ATX power. So I'll probably have to pull some stuff off the back. Maybe get a new PSU cable here. I need additional stuff. All right, so didn't finish the job yesterday, hence the new shirt. But what I have to do now, I think what I left it off with was the motherboard actually has, so you can't really see that very well, but it's got multiple connections that the other motherboard did not have. So this is like a 4x2, so 8 pins. But this one's actually got two 4x2 powers for, I guess, probably the CPU. I think that's CPU power. So I had to go get my box for my Seasonic power supply, which, by the way, I think I said it was 1200 watt. It's actually this one. This is what I got in there. So it is the Seasonic Prime GX 1300 watt, not 1200 watt, so even bigger. All right, and what I need to get is, and it's a modular power supply, so I can just plug in the cables that I actually need, which is kind of nice, and you don't have a bunch of crap all over the place. PCIe, another PCIe, another PCIe. Jeez, dude, another PCIe, another PCIe. That's 5 of them, literally identical. 6 of them identical. PSU, CPU. Here we go. Wow, look at all these PCIe. I mean, what do they think I'm going to be doing? Running like 15 video cards in my system? All right, so I got this guy. I'm going to rotate this around. We are going to reroute this cable here. This guy, wrong side. This guy right here. I don't need that one anymore. I need this one now. Oh, I do need that one. I also need this one. I need both of these. I need 2 of them. That's right. Okay, so that goes to the PSU. My bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's lift it up. I want to pull these through so they kind of look, and I want them to be flat as they come. Think that'll fit? I think so. That's the only power changes I have to make. So we're going to go ahead and just seal up the rear here again. Now we got it closed up back again, which is what we want. And I'm going to drop this guy. Is that a better view? It's a better view. Next thing, I wanted to look at all of these. We've got all these power and hard drive LEDs and the reset switch, and now I got to read the motherboard real quick here and see what they all say. Okay, where's the stupid book? There's the panel one. Here we go. Hard drive LED right here. Power LED. So now I got reset switch and power switch. Okay. What the heck is the difference between a P-LED and a P-LED? There's literally 2 P-LEDs. That's stupid. Okay, so power switch though. Power switch is the one next to the LEDs, P-LEDs. I kind of feel like this is the same design they've been using for a bazillion years. Can't they come up with a standard and just have it like a normal plug-in? I think I got all those right. That's good. Played around a little bit yesterday, and this guy, I was going to put this hard drive back in. I can't because the video card's too big. So it is a X4, I guess, right? PCIe X4 width. This thing right here, X4, and that's the only X4 slot. I can put it in this one way over here, but then it runs into all of the stuff. Like, that's crazy. This case is not like, this is a PCIe 16 slot, but there's no way you'd get a card in there. So I guess I'm not putting that back in because it just does not fit. Let's do the CPU and also do the fan. Okay, here's my heat cooler, CPU cooler. How exactly do you remove this? Just like that. Okay. Tough gaming. Let's check out the CPU. It's been a while since I've dropped a CPU in. Certainly don't want to drop it in wrong. Okay, so these little notches, I guess, you probably can't see them, but there's a notch here and a notch here, and they are asymmetrical to the width, which means the CPU can only slide in one way, which is good. I'm glad they do that. They're back in the day, you could plug CPUs in literally wrong, and then obviously the outcome of that is what you would expect. I'm gonna need to take this guy, I believe, and this is gonna like mount on the back. We are definitely not uploading that into the video. Back of the motherboard, we have Intel plate. Pretty sure it just mounts like that. Let's see, how do you do the fan? This is an LG 1700, so they say they want all these popped out. Doesn't look like it matters. I mean, this motherboard can literally handle both. So these guys here are going to screw into this plate. We're going to go ahead and put this plate in like that, and we'll take these and screw them on. Let me just get one done on this side. I can barely even get that. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm going to put the back on it. So these guys kind of just screwing in on here, and the guide basically says next up. It's probably tight enough. Okay, next up, these long ones here. Handles like this. This guy would go like that. And then it says 1700 would be on the 2 mark. Looks like you can drive them with a screwdriver. Torque that down. Next up, put your goop on there. So they say 5 little dots, and I've been made fun of before on one of my other videos when I did my paste. Because they're like, oh my gosh, that's going to work really well, and I apparently pasted like way too much. But guess what? The computer literally ran for 7 years, so all you guys that are making fun of me for it had no issues, so keep your opinions to yourself. I'm going to use the paste that I bought. High performance thermal paste. Ooh, the high performance paste. Must be better than the other stuff. Okay, 5 doubles. You guys ready to watch me mess this up? Good, me too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks good. No complaints. Peel this off. Super smooth machined. It's probably the flattest thing on there. Okay. How the heck are you supposed to get those? You gotta take this off. So it's got the little screws. Geez, I can't point on a mirrored thing. But you can't get your screwdriver on it. So I guess what they want you to do is take this thing apart. So pull that, and I pull this, and then the fan comes out. Sorta. Yeah. There we go. So now I got the heat sink just by itself. And it's going to mount which direction? Does that arrow mean it spins that way? And the fan blows this way. So that way the fan blows out the back of the case. Oh wow, so this is like not a screw, it's a nut. Screwdriver? Alright, I'm just going back and forth on this so that I try to tighten it like as flat as possible. And I'm making the assumption I just tighten it until it just doesn't turn anymore. There you go. So I'm kind of curious. What does the paste look like at this point? I want this guy to blow the same direction. And of course my fan connectors. Holy cow, dude. How are you supposed to get your hand in there? Yes! No! How's that possum off a pin? I'll take this guy, put him back in like that. Oh, this is a pretty nice fan. Like the last one I had to just disconnect and move the fans themselves around. Big pain in the butt. You had to like unscrew a bunch of stuff. Both fans connected. Heatsink in, CPU in. The only thing left is the RAM. And of course the video card. So let's bust open this RAM. Thank goodness I didn't get the big friggin' RAM because it never would have fit. There we go. 2 crucial sticks. Boom. Alright. There was an order to these things. Okay, so got the manual. Let's look at the memory. A1, A2, B1, B2. A2 and B2, so the 2 gray ones. See if I can actually get it in there. Guess that'd be interesting. Order of events. Make sure you do this differently than I did. Recommendation. Put the RAM in before the CPU fan. Yes! Bam bam! Both of them are in! Okay. What's left, guys? Just the video card, I think. Look at this behemoth. I think it's so big. Video cards are getting ridiculous. So he's just going to slide in just like that. Eat up basically all the free space in here. And we'll go ahead and hook him up. Screw him in. And then he's got power, which we already had because we've had this video card in here. Plug that in right there. Click. Click. Video card is in. CPU's in. Hard drives are in. What's left? I think that's it. What we're going to try next is hooking this up and see if it even closes. Dang, that's crazy. Okay, well, I think the next step is to try turn it on and see if this thing actually boots. I don't have anything here in the shed. I'll have to take this back in the house, plug it up into my other station, and go from there. All right, guys, let's go power this bad boy up.